Hey, my name is Mixlex Horowitz. I use they, them pronouns, and I identify as a queer, non-binary, transmasculine Jewish human with big femme energy. And today, I'm going to talk about some myths about non-binary identity. First myth, that non-binary people have to be androgynous. No, simply not true. The myth that non-binary people need to be androgynous is deeply and just so fully connected to our society's beliefs that there's one and there's the other. There are binaries. And because as non-binary people, within the label, within the understanding of being non-binary, we do not fit into those neatly created boxes by society. And so if we're not one or the other, then you have to be this mix, this in-between. You have to be androgynous. Absolutely not. That is the damaging and harmful messaging of a society that was built on binaries to marginalize and oppress people of marginalized genders such as transgender people or queer people more generally who are gender non-conforming or whose sexualities do not conform to our societal ideals. And so I want you to know that to be non-binary is not the same as being androgynous. You do not have to be a non-binary person who is androgynous. And if you're an androgynous person in your presentation, you do not have to identify as non-binary. So second myth is that your gender expression, the things that you wear, such as your clothing, the things you put on your body, the ways that you wear your hair, your mannerisms, the way that you navigate space, that presentation that you put out there to the outside world, your gender expression is not the same as gender identity. The myth is that your gender identity is somehow connected to or the same as your gender expression. Myth. Someone's gender identity is in their head. It's how they understand themselves to be, whereas our gender expression, our presentation, is how we choose to present ourselves to the world. I am still a non-binary, transmasculine, femme human if I wear a crop top, if I'm wearing my athletic clothes, a suit, a dress, sequins, sparkles, if I put hair extensions in, it doesn't matter. I can change my presentation, I can modify how I present myself to the world, and I'm still the same person. So that second myth is that your gender expression is different than your gender identity. However you choose to present yourself, whether that's masculinely, femininely, androgynously, there we go, it can change on the day, the hour, the year. However you choose to present yourself doesn't change your gender identity. It's how you're choosing to authentically show yourself to the world. So please remember that you can't look, myth number 3. You do not know someone's gender identity by looking at them. Connected to myth number 2. So if you look at someone, what you're seeing is their gender presentation, their gender expression as being masculine, feminine, and or androgynous, all terms of which our society has constructed, very, very much so in the binary. And so if you look at someone, all you see is their gender expression, how they are choosing to identify at that one point in time, whether you know this person well or you never see them again, that's just their gender expression in that moment. You know nothing about their gender identity. You can say, oh, this person is choosing to present themselves in this way or that way. But unless you know this person and have had a conversation with them about their pronouns, about their gender identity, about who they are, you do not know their gender identity. You simply know their gender expression. So please, please stop making assumptions about people based on their presentation. That is not the same thing as identity. We as non-binary trans people are valid. We are beautiful. Our identities are expansive and just so beautiful. And our society wants to silence those, wants to marginalize those, and not provide us with the affirmation and the encouragement and the cherishment that we deserve. And I'm here to tell you that as non-binary people, we are valid, we are beautiful, we are worthy of love, we are worthy of respect and basic human rights. We will not be erased, and you are not alone.